Coach Demesco called me down to the field house, and at the time, the Louisville coach, to meet with the Louisville coach. At the time, Ken Canastro with Youngstown State was sitting in the office with Coach Demesco. I arrived into the field house. The Louisville coach came in, just simply looked me up and down and said, "Nah, he's not big enough," and just walked off. So my whole dreams of going to Louisville went down in flames instantly. Coach Canastro and Jim Tressel was still offering a scholarship, so next best thing was to go to Youngstown State. Didn't really want to stay in the city, wanted to leave, but you never know what the blessings are once you start doing things. I think I was tremendously blessed to be at Youngstown State at that time. I don't know where my life would be at without that one opportunity. But that guy sitting in that room for those few minutes changed every opportunity for the rest of my life. But the one thing, when you start being around a guy like Jim Tressel, his brilliance and just everything football is just elevated. You see how there was a true difference between high school and college for me, as far as the mental capacity of me becoming a player. I knew football as a high school player, but I learned the game as a college player because Jim Tressel seeded so much into us. There were things that he would say was going to happen in a game that would actually happen during the game, and we were prepared for those things. That's what made us a really, really great team. It was always preparation. He was a guy who dotted his I's and crossed his T's. As a running back, I hung out with my linemen a lot more than my other running backs, and I was an official. Now, the linemen used to call themselves the maggots, because, maggots don't get a lot of respect. They don't get a lot of, but they do a lot of the grunt work. They set up a lot of things. So I was an honorary maggot, and I'm more proud of that than probably most any other thing, because those guys are what made me those years. I played with some great guys: Drew Gerber, Brian White, Ray Miller, just to name a few of the guys that, Chris Tamron, just to name a few of the guys that I played with over the years. Tressel will be the first one to tell you that. I'm the first one to toot my horn a lot. There was an incident where it was the best seat in the house back in 1992. I was about to break the all-time leading rushing record, and Tressel put me back in the game. We're playing against Morgan State. We're beating them like 50-something to 10 or something. It was bad. I needed 3 more yards to break the record. Tressel says, "All right, Tam, we're going to put you back in there, get these 3 yards, we're going to get you out of here. Everybody's going to cheer for you." It was about on the 35, 36-yard line, but I break it. I'm going to the house. So it's the best seat in the house. It's up on the hill, on the north side of the hill. I run up the hill. I tell the guy that I was like, move out the chair. So he stands up, gets out the chair, and I get in the lazy boy chair and I hit the button and fall back. All the flags come out. I come to the sideline. Tressel's like, "Hey, you're going to be running a lot of stadium steps this week." Playing there was a true camaraderie. I still stay in touch with a lot of the guys. We still have communications. There was a lot of just a lot of great times and great stories. I never thought about being good enough to be in the Hall of Fame while I was playing, but after looking back on it, I think it's more a representative of the teams that I was on, also the players that I played with. Like I said, I had some of the best linemen in the country. I had some guys that were a group of guys that just were so underrated as a unit, but together we did special things. I'm truly blessed, and I feel proud to be a YSU Hall of Famer.